Hello, Super Scholars. Today is Monday, October 12th, 2020. Before we get started on our lesson, let's go over our learning target and success criteria. Our learning target tells us what we are going to be learning for today. Our success criteria tells us how we're going to reach our target. I am learning to recognize key details from a text. Key details just means that it's really important parts from the text. I know I've got it when I can determine and support the central idea of a text. So before you get started, make sure you review the phonics stance for short U. What words can you come up with that have the short U sound? Do you remember the sound short U makes? Short U sounds like up, or hug. What other words can you come up with the short U sound? An important vocabulary that we're going to use this week is central idea, and that's what the text is mostly about. You may see it as central idea or main idea. Those mean the exact same thing. Key details are the most important parts of the text. A citizen is a person who lives in a particular place, and a country is a land that is controlled by a single government. An example of a country is the United States of America. We live in the United States of America, so we are a citizen of that country. Today we're going to read a nonfiction text called Being a Good Citizen. As we are reading, we're trying to figure out what the central idea is. Remember, the central idea means what is the text mostly about. Do you know how we can determine the central idea? One way we can help figure out the central idea is to look at the title and the pictures before you read. So, before we read, let's look at the title. The title is Being a Good Citizen. Do you think that gives you a hint as to what the main idea or the central idea is going to be? Next, look at the pictures. Before you read, look at the pictures. And you can do that by clicking on this video down here and going through and looking at the pictures as it plays. What do you notice in all of the pictures? Now that you've done that, you can click this video to listen to the story. Do you hear any repeated words? Once you've finished the story one time, go back and listen to the first and the last sentence. What do you think the central idea of this text is? Once you have figured out the central idea, how do you know that's the central idea? So, when we answer questions, we always want to use a complete correct sentence. Our question is, what is the central or main idea of the text? One way that helps us do this to use complete correct sentences is to restate the question. So when I'm answering this question up here, I can start my sentence by saying, the central idea of the text is, and then I fill in this part right here. And that's what you're going to do on your independent learning today. You're going to tell us what the central idea is. And you already have this sentence starter for you. And all you have to do is click and type, what is the central idea? To remind yourself of what a complete correct sentence looks like, make sure to watch this video, the sentence song.